Hi, my name is Eric Olson, Director of Helps. This little video is going to be on what's called Purchase Money Security Interests, and abbreviation is PMSI. And I'm going to explain what those are, and what that is when it's a security interest on something you buy. For example, you go into the jewelry store and you buy a engagement ring, and it costs you $2,000, and they finance it. They get what's called in the documents you sign to finance it, you grant to the person that's selling it to you, or if it's a finance company that's financing it, for an item like that, you're going to grant them what's called a purchase money security interest. That's a form of lien that they have on that item. Typically, purchase money security interests are more expensive types of personal property that you buy. Maybe a computer that you finance. Maybe a lawnmower. Or like the lady that I just talked to a few minutes, financed a mattress that she had purchased for $1,500. And the finance company financed it, and they're calling her because she hasn't been able to make the payment and threatening her. So I want to tell you what the rights are and what the law says. A purchase money security interest is a lien on an item, which means that they have certain rights to the property. If you have an item that's a purchase money security that's secured by a purchase money security interest, first off, you can find out if there is by looking at your finance agreement. They'll have the language right in there that you granted to them a purchase money security interest. Sometimes they'll be in small print, but it'll be there. If it's not there, then they don't have a purchase money security interest. But if they do, then they do. And if you don't make the payment, you've got a couple choices. One is you can give the item back. Okay. For our clients that it helps, they're not worried if they get sued because their income's protected. Social Security is protected. So it's disability, VA benefits. It doesn't matter if they end up owing money, if something goes back. So the question becomes, if someone doesn't return the item, what happens? Well, a good example is Dell computers. I don't know, you don't hear from them as much anymore, but they were always selling computers over the internet and to people. And I guess they're still there. Sometimes people would buy a Dell computer, it'd be a couple years old, and they stopped paying on it, and the computer was essentially worthless. The Dell had a purchase money security interest. I never once saw Dell make any attempts to take the computer. They'd have to sue the person, and if the person failed to cooperate in giving it back, they'd have to get the assistance of a sheriff to go out there and pick it up. It's just more money than it's worth. And it's the same thing with about any other thing that's covered under a purchase money security interest. I suppose there might be a few exceptions with a finance company in a small town with a big ticket item, maybe with jewelry, if it was a lot of money. But generally, lenders of purchase money security interests, if the debt isn't paid, they're not going to force the return of the item. I'm not telling you as an attorney that you should keep it and not return it. I'm just telling you what my experience has been, is they're not going to force you to give it back. If they sue you and get a judgment, if your income is protected, Social Security, pension, disability, VA benefit, can't take that money from you. So that's what a purchase money security interest is. Now, there's another type of security interest, and when you talk about it in another video, that's called a non-purchase money security interest. That's where you go to a finance company and they take property you've already owned, and then they put it up as collateral for a loan. That is a different category of a security interest, much weaker security interest, and that's almost always done only just as a means of intimidating someone into trying to get them to pay a bill. They will never enforce a non-purchase money security interest. Just this used property doesn't have any value. A lot of times it's been sold, destroyed. By the time it gets to it, they just use to intimidate someone. If someone came to your door and asked for the property, you can say goodbye. not allow them in, you don't have to give them their property. On either case, they would ultimately have to get the assistance of a sheriff if they really wanted to repossess the item. And on a non-purchase money security interest, they're not going to do that. Okay, hopefully this answered some questions about purchase money security interest and non-purchase money security interest. And if you have any questions, you can contact us at HELPS. What we do is represent seniors and disabled persons on protected income in order to stop collectors from harassing them. We do it nationwide. We never turn anyone away that qualifies for the service. You can learn more about us at our website, www.helpsishere.org. You have a great day.